Thank you for joining us on TVC News at 7. We are monitoring developments at the headquarters of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, where former Governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, was arrested earlier today. Spokesperson of the EFCC, Yahaya, confirmed to TVC News that although the former governor came to their office, he was arrested by the Chief Security Officer of the EFCC. Mr. Yahaya also mentioned that he will be arraigned in court on 23-count charges of money laundering. Celestine Area reports.
This is the second time the former governor of Kogi State will come to the headquarters of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. He is facing allegations of money laundering. The former governor had previously appeared at the EFCC, but in the company of the current governor of Kogi State. Today, Mr. Bello came to the headquarters of the commission and was arrested by the commission's chief security officer.
Yes, he was arrested today around 12:54 p.m. and together with 3 of his lawyers. He's having a session with our investigators and he's in our custody. I am telling you that we arrested him.
The case of the alleged 16-count charge of money laundering against Mr. Bello, filed by the EFCC, is scheduled for 27th November for hearing before Justice Miriam Aneni of the FCT High Court in Maitama. Mr. Bello is expected to appear in court and take his plea. Celestina Area, TVC News, Abuja.
Celestina joins me now for some updates from there. Celestina, what is the update on Yahaya Bello? Is he still in the custody of the EFCC?
Yes, Ambassador Yahaya Bello is still with the EFCC. At the time I spoke with the spokesperson of the commission, he said that he's still being interrogated by investigators of the EFCC. I'll recall that he has a case before Justice Miriam Aneni of the FCT High Court in Abuja, and she gave him up till 27th of November to appear in response to the summons that was issued on him to come and take his plea. And 27th is tomorrow. Now that he's with the EFCC, would wait to see if the EFCC will bring him tomorrow for arraignment. And of course, that charge before Justice Aneni is 16-count charge of money laundering to the tune of 110 billion naira.
All right, and we know that it's not unusual, for the governor to move in convoy. How was it today? We heard he drove himself in, in a Hilux vehicle down to the office of the FCC.
Okay, as I reported, this is the second time he's coming to the EFCC. The first time we heard that he appeared at the EFCC, but the EFCC could not detain him. When I inquired into why he was not detained, considering the fact that they have been on the lookout for him or trying to arrest him, they said due to the person he allegedly came with to the commission on that very day, they couldn't arrest him. And also recall that the counsel for the EFCC handling the case of 80 billion naira before the Federal High Court has said that the former governor is being backed by someone with immunity. So they said that that day, not to cause unrest, they had to let him go. But today he came with his lawyers and the EFCC saw the need to arrest him and he was arrested.
All right, so the next thing is for us to look out for what happens tomorrow, whether he would actually be arraigned tomorrow based on the case that has been on in court, right?
Yes, definitely, because he has 2 cases. One at the FCT High Court, which is to come up tomorrow. The court had issued a summons on him, and that summons had 30 days lifespan, and that summons elapsed on the 17th of November. But the court also gave him more time, and this was because the counsel to the EFCC had appealed that more time to be given to Yahaya Bello for him to turn himself in or appear in court for his arraignment. So the court adjourned to 27th of November to afford Yahaya Bello more time, and also for the charge to be served to him through substituted means, because it is a criminal trial and the charge is supposed to be handed to him directly. But because they were unable to find him or see him, the court allowed that the service be made on him substitutedly, which is posted at his residence in Abuja. So now that the case he's around, he's with the EFCC, hopefully tomorrow he will be brought for arraignment. And we also recall that he has a case with before Justice Emeka Weti at the Federal High Court, and that court adjourned to January 25th to rule on whether to try Mr. Bello in absentia, and also record that EFCC had prayed the court to enter a plea of not guilty on Mrs. Bello's behalf. But now that he's with the EFCC, a trial in absentia, we think that would not go on. He will be brought before the court to take his plea.
Celestina Area for us in Abuja. Thank you very much for that update, Tina.